Welcome to your favorite channel Rising Legal. Today in this Indian Evidence Act class I am going to discuss an important topic, that is the rules of evidence in civil and criminal cases. Viewers, generally the rules of evidence are same in both civil and criminal cases. The provisions of the Indian Evidence Act are equally applicable to both civil as well as criminal trial. That is to say, the confession, sections 24 to 30, thereafter character, sections 53 to 54, thereafter stopel, that is section 115. Hearsay evidence is actually excluded, that is hearsay evidence is no evidence at all, and best evidence must always be given in both the cases. The evidence must conform to the matter in issue. In English law, in criminal cases, the judges has a discretion to allow relevant and admissible evidence if it would be prejudicially against the accused. The rules of admissibility are the same, but certain rules are applicable to criminal cases only, because the relevant issue arise only in such cases, that is confession, dying declaration, character of the accused, etc. And also there are in the Act some special provisions relating to civil cases, that is admission, section 18 to 23, and also that is the section 115, that is rule of stopel. Now viewers, I am going to differentiate regarding the evidence matter on civil and criminal cases. What are the difference between these particular two cases regarding the evidence? First is that in civil cases, all the witnesses adduce their evidence on oath. But in criminal cases, a child below 12 years of age may be allowed to testify without any oath if he has a sufficient understanding of the question put to him and giving rational answer to them. Second point is that a confession made to a police officer by an accused is not receivable in evidence in criminal trial, but it may be proved in civil proceeding as an admissible. Third point is that in civil cases, the character evidence, which are mentioned under section 53 and 54 of the Evidence Act, of the persons concerned is such as to render probable or improbable conduct which is actually irrelevant, except in so far as such character appears from act otherwise relevant. But in criminal proceeding, the fact that the person accused of a good character is relevant. And viewers, the last difference is that the doctrine of stopel, which are mentioned under section 115 and thereafter 117 of the Indian Evidence Act, applies only in civil proceedings, but not it was applied in criminal proceedings. So viewers, that is our today's discussion. Hopefully you understand that particular topic clearly. And lastly, I want to thank all the viewers who are actually watching our Rising Legal. Thank you very much.